I'm Real Jen Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 20, Volume 3. And this is the second part of this tape. Now, on the other side, we had an absolute ton of beautiful things, from Hungry Horace to Horace and the Spiders to Attic Attack to, I think it was Underworld on there? I'm not sure. It might have been. Anyway, there was loads of stuff on that side, so hopefully there's loads of stuff on the second side. Now, if you watch the special where I opened that big box of 350 odd tapes, roughly 8.5 years of What's on the Tape, this is one of the tapes that came out of it. This is Robin Candy's Playing Tips. So I thought at the end, as a little extra special for you, I'd actually play this. But interestingly enough, I noticed at the bottom that it's got, was it excerpts or accept Sweevo's World editor? Don't know. Is this all to do with Sweevo's World? I don't know. Anyway, so these are his playing tips. So I thought we'd give those a try at the end. I think it's audio, but it might not be. So we'll stick it in the Spectrum and we'll see what it says. I think it's audio though. Anyway, without further ado, let's get this, straightens it up, this into a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to our favourite, which is basic, and then load a dit, or load speech marks, and we'll push the play button. So last week was a good week, wasn't it? There was a lot of, I remember there was some joystick waggling involved again. It's always a good week when I have to waggle my joystick. I actually have no idea what's on this other side of the tape. I haven't. This is terrible in the sense of that this one's such a tape that we. Oh right, okay. Well, to be fair, we could have expected this. I mean, we had Trashman, didn't we, as well? I mean, you could expect these things to have turned up. So, software project version of Matthew Smith's copyright software project of Matthew Smith. Tape error. Great start. Love it. Yeah. I think we could have expected this one. I'll be honest. I think we could have preempted the manic minor on this tape. It tends to be the kind of way that we get the same things repeated over and over again. There are some classics that are out there. There was a whole batch of Trashman at one point. And then, of course, we've had some slightly different sort of games recently. You know, some slightly. I like the oddities. I like the ones which aren't the norm. You know, the ones we don't expect, but Manic Miner, we could kind of guess this was coming. We really could. I mean, the Manic Miner, dare I say Jet Set Willy, maybe? No, that didn't load. I think it's quite quiet, actually. I'm going to put it in another tape deck and I'll turn it up a little bit. I think that was a bit quiet. Let's get this in here. How's your week been? Have you had a good week? Have you had a nice week? Have you been busy? Have you been doing things that you want to do for a change, or has it been all work? I'm not on holiday or anything like that, so it's all been work for me. Nothing exciting in. Come on. Okay. Maybe. It just doesn't want to play. There'll be people out there going, "Thank the Lord that the Spectrum gods that it hasn't loaded." But we'll give it a try. We'll give it another try. I think this is the way, though. Ignoring the Mandalorian, this is the way. Mandalorians. Anyway, but ignoring the Mandalorians and this is the way. I've heard Ahsoka's broken Star Wars, by the way. I mean, let's just a sidestep slightly there. I've heard the one rule George Lucas had was that there's only one universe, and not to spoil anything, but apparently it's two now. On one galaxy, and now there's two galaxies. So they've kind of broken the rules on that one already, which isn't a good thing necessarily. Well, I don't know. I say that I haven't seen the next bit. Oh, that looks good. This is going well. This one. This is good tape. This one. Let's find a PlayZX version of this. It's bound to be on there. Let's just do that. It's bound to be. It can't not be. A free app. The old PlayZX on the old Android phone. Can't go wrong with it. Let's find it. PlayZX. That's perfect. It's in the description below if you ever need it. So it's just quite nice. One of my favourite things about having a Spectrum is actually loading things. Manic Miner, the re-release will do by Software Projects. That'll do nicely. Yeah, one of my favourite things about having a Spectrum is actually loading things from tape or at least some kind of source. So you get this whole, the lines and the blue lines and all these kind of things. And it's a really nice thing. It's such a visual way to know that your program's actually doing something and actually sort of starting. It's funny, the one that I always associate most with the blue lines and the sort of the cyan and the red and then the blue and the yellow is Checkered Flag. I don't know about you, but when I always think of Checkered Flag, I always think of that. And I think it's because Checkered Flag, they use, for some reason, the background colour is yellow. It's the same with Hungry Horace. It's the same with Horace and the Spiders. I'm not sure it's the same with skiing. I think it is, isn't it? They kind of stuck to almost like branding colours, as if that was a thing, and it's not a thing. Who needs branding colours? Doesn't make much sense, does it? It really doesn't. It really doesn't. I've got coffee. I hope you've got a beverage. Nice cup of coffee or something similar. Not very good at tea. I'm not. I don't think I think I can count the number of cups of tea I've had in sort of on both my hands. I think it's less than 10, but more than 5. So it's I don't know. I never really got into tea. It tastes funny. There's all the tea drinkers out there going, what do you mean it tastes funny? It does taste funny. I bet all those people who drink tea don't like coffee. You know, it tastes funny. That's the same difference. I went to a certain well-known coffee house the other day. I was in early. Oh, dropping off somebody very early in the morning. So I had a chance to sort of stop off and pick up a beverage before I went to the next job. So I was passing a specifically expensive branded coffee house, and they had their Christmas menu in. Yeah, it's September. We haven't even had October yet. I genuinely think the rule should be no Christmas stuff until after we've had October, don't you? At least the end of October. I mean, I know I guess it's close. It's like November, 6 weeks up to Christmas. But we really, I mean, I might just say that there'll be tons of Christmas stuff out. I'm not bar humbug about Christmas any way, shape, or form. I just think that if you're going to do seasonal things, you've got to do Halloween first. You can't be doing Christmas at the same time as Halloween. It just makes no sense. And as I've said previously, probably in my videos, my wife's extremely organised. So what she'll do is she'll have been way ahead with Christmas shopping already. But that's an aside. What I'm saying is that they had the Christmas menu anyway for this coffee place. And I was like, you've got salted caramel and maple lattes. And I was like, I'm in. Give me one of those. Give me a large one. And honestly, I took a sip of it and I could feel my teeth melting under the sugary goodness that was the maple syrup and caramel. And it was delicious. But at the same time, I honestly think that, first off, sugar-wise, we're talking, there must have been a whole 100 grams of sugar in there. And also, sweetness-wise, it honestly, it was stripping the enamel off my teeth as I actually sort of sat there. It's unbelievable, realistically. Here we go, The Manic the Miner, starring Miner Willie. Miner Willie gets rich by emptying previously visited mines. He's got an air supply, but this is how he gets rich, and then he becomes Jet Set Willie. So Manic Miner. Here's our little man here. I always quite like this one. I think it's quite a good one. So you avoid everything. Everything basically kills you, apart from the platforms. So here he goes. I think it depends on what version of the game you play. Depends on whether or not. Ooh, this is close. I just think he's like a clockwork trumpet with a pair of players in the front centre. That's what I always think he looks like. Maybe just me. Is it just me? Oh, you idiot. I don't believe I did that. Nobody does that. I was just getting clever. So, yeah, it's a classic. It's a well-known classic. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Oh, bloody hell. Blooming hell, I almost said some rude words there. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I like it and Chucky Egg. If I had to choose two sort of what I would call one-screen platformers, it's this and Chucky Egg. Whether or not Chucky Egg is better, That's a question. I don't know. They both have serious assets. I mean, Chucky Egg's just like a couple of colours. It's not. There we go. That's what we're meant to do. It's only a couple of colours. It's fairly, fairly plain in its look, but it's extremely playable. There's a lot of dynamics to the jumping. I don't think you can change. No, you can't change Minor Willie's direction of jumping while you're in there. So it has some. This one's you've got its timing and other things. Chucky Egg, you can get away with some sneaky moves. But these are my two. I think these are the two favourite ones. I'm trying to think of any other ones that pop up, platformer-wise, that strike me as much as this one. I don't think there are. I would like to maybe say, is it Chiller? I think it is. Was the Mastertronic one? That one kind of sticks in my head as being quite good. I quite like that one. But when it comes to sort of single platformers, maybe Son of Blagger. It's a good one as well. But that's a single screen job. Yeah, think about your single screen ones. Which ones would you have on your list? This one's good for a number of reasons, though. The colours are very good. It's a nice colour, sort of lack of colour clash here. I love doing this bit, by the way. I always like to cheat and go out this way. Because he's about to die, but because he hits the bonus bit at the bottom, he doesn't die. It's cool. Quicker way out of the level. Yeah. Oh, God, that was close. It's a tough one, this one, for me. Thinking about other single-screen platformers. I think one of my favourite multi-screen platformers, if you've got one of those, is going to be our friend Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's one of my faves. I do like Bruce Lee. That's a classic. I'll get over this one. No! I've ballsed it up and I'm dead. Stomped on by a miner. That's his boss or something similar. Right, I'm going to have another quick go because while this one. Yeah, I think Bruce Lee's one of my favourites. Because I actually think that one's different. Because it's got that karate element to it that we all quite liked. And the multiplayer element where your friend's trying to stop you beating the levels is quite nice as a mechanic of the whole game. I quite like that one for that reason. Just trying to think of other platformers that really struck me. I mean, Guess Dizzy's a platformer, isn't it? It calls itself an action adventure, but it is actually a platformer. That's the general gist of Dizzy. I am rubbish at this game, though. It's always Eugene's Lair is always my nemesis, and that's what's going to happen again here. It's going to be Eugene's Lair, and I'm going to fail to get past it if I do get that far through. Love a bit of Manic Miner. Can't beat the miner. Maybe with Chucky Egg, about equal par. I know. I just can't choose one or the other. Beauty of being alive is you can change your mind, can't you? You don't have to do the. You don't have to say that you like this one all the time. I am struggling actually to think of any of the single screen ones. There's bound to be a few. Caves of Doom isn't really a it is a platformer, but isn't a platformer because you can fly up all the levels. I guess you could say Soul of the Robot's a single. No, it's not a multi-screen one, isn't it? It goes from different places. Yeah, you don't have to clear the screen to get to the other side of it. There's the Egghead range, of course, from what's his name, Calder. Can't remember his first name. Yeah, but he did a few, didn't he? He did some that were released. The Egghead range. Yeah, they were quite popular. There we go. I think we've got this right this time around. And then we time this properly. I can drop through, grab that, get out. There we go. Yeah, he did a few, didn't he, with the Egghead round? There was somebody done a vampire one recently. Looked really good. That was a good single screen platformer. What was it, a platformer? Is a platformer really down to collecting things on a level? Can you include things like what's it called? Bubble Bobble. Is that a platformer? It is, but it isn't. It's an action game that that's designed to. Ooh. I think we're drifting here off subject, but I definitely think we can yeah. Ooh, that's a thought, isn't it? Good game, so. And jump to that one. See me sort of I can actually chat with this one because my concentration's right with this one. Except that part, I need to fall off, go back, and go the other way. I made a mistake there. Oops. Oopsie. Yeah, that's the one I go off. And then go down there, and then you jump up to it later. Yeah, here we go. The old abandoned Iridium Works. There we go. And we're up. Lovely. Spectrum's a lovely computer. It really is. I love playing on a Spectrum. It's one of my favourite things to do. Right. This way. Oh, no! You idiot. Made a mistake of that one. Made a proper mistake of that one. Oh. I almost died. Well, one more try anyway. One more life at it. Yeah, I needed to jump off the other one, but didn't jump off the right one. Oh, Sir Lancelot. That's another great single screen one. It's a tough one. 16K, a bit like this one. Bit of a beast of a game, actually. Sir Lancelot. Like that one. Very tough. Takes a lot of cues from this. I don't know which one came first, but this definitely takes a lot of cues from Manic Miner. Sir Lancelot, definitely on the list, though, as a good one. Yeah. And up here. Turn. Jump. And then, here we go. Jump on into it. Nice. There we go, Eugene's Lair. One of the toughest levels on the game. I'm just going to go for it. I never get the timing right on it anyway, so let's just go for it. Never pass this level. Always the one that gets me. And there's a timing. There's a knack, and I haven't got it. Right, carry on. Let's get to the next game. That was a good one, actually. I do like that one to start off with. You can't be a bit Manic Miner. Yeah, Sir Lancelot's another good one. That's another good single screen thing. I'm trying to think of games that kind of like where you're collecting sort of gems or something similar. That's one of them, definitely. Anyway, picked up a few things recently for the Spectrum. Finally managed to get. Oh, sorry. Fast forward that. We don't want that. It's a very tight tape. Very tight tape. I can see it moving slowly. Picked up a few things for the Spectrum. Got what was it? I got Hate finally, which is hostile all-terrain environment or vehicle or something like that. Environment would make more sense. But basically, it's like where you're a tank or a plane flying along a sort of an isometric shoot-'em-up area. Like it, wanted it for a while, got it at a bargain price, dead cheap with that. Dead cheap. Dead cheap was right, but dead chuffed with that as well. That was really good. It was nice to see Hate. I haven't seen that one in a long time. I got a few others, but you know what? I've not opened them. Been so busy. I just sat and waited. Waited for me. I've been busy with all kinds of stuff. Things you don't want to be busy with as well, like your car braking and stuff like that. You don't want to be busy with that. So it's going into the garage on Monday. I'm not too chuffed about it. Lots of error message on the stupid display. Now I've got to go take it in. Malfunction this, malfunction that. It was like driving a car back from the early 90s or 80s again. Basically, it turned off my anti-lock brakes. Turned off all my safety systems. Turned off my traction control. As part of this, it'll be electronics. It'll be electronics, but turned off all of the things that are kind of semi-important to running a car. I mean, it still ran, but of course there's no ABS anymore. So hopefully It'll all go fine when it goes in. That's so quiet, it can't tell what it is. This is not a good tape for this at the moment. So far. I always find this. Do you notice when we do what's on the tape, we'll do like one side of it, it'll be like fine. Everything will load perfectly. Everything will, or pretty much mostly perfectly. And then we'll get to this sort of scenario where we can't quite load the tape, and it's the one side you can't load, the one you want with the big bits on it. Right. Okay, here we go. Oh, we don't know what it is either, so we can't even guess for the next one. We'll give it another try, and then we'll fast forward. Come on. Nope. Fast forward time. Let's see what's further on in the tape. That's the problem. These tape decks and these old tapes just sat in attics forever. And that list that we got the other day, that big box we got the other day, probably half of those won't work. I mean, somebody asked me, what percentile do you think will actually load? I think half of it will, and I think that's quite speculative of me. I think I'm suggesting as a half of the tapes will load, but there's a good chance it won't. We won't get much out of it. We'll have to see. I love to see them loading, though. I think it's important to sort of try and get into these things and find out what's there. But if you'd asked me in the end of the 80s whether or not it'd work, 88, 89, I'd have probably said yeah, they'll load. Good chance they'll load. But now in 2023, don't think so. I think the chances are slim. 50-50, like this tape. Half the tape worked, half the tape didn't. The only reason we know Manic Manny worked is that we got a title on the screen. So far, it's very quiet as a tape as well, especially in the old Specky, the grey Specky's tape deck. They tend to be a bit. They're a bit lighter. They could have done with volume controls and a few other things. Okay, we've got space. We've got air now. We've got air. There's an empty gap here. I hope it's not just Manic Miner on this side of the tape. It is possible. Probably not. Coffee. Coffee. What we got? No, don't do that. Again, very quiet. Let's pop it back into the other tape deck and we'll see if we can get a bit more. Turn the volume up a little bit. Yeah. Turn the volume just a tad. He says just a tad, it's like on 8 out of 10. They should have put 11 on it, shouldn't they? We'll light 11 on the dials. What you been watching recently? Watching anything good? I've been really getting into. I'm into the 4th season of Babylon 5. I kind of got back into watching it, but I'd forgotten there's an awful lot of what I would call religious overtones in it. Surprisingly, it's one of those things that quite surprised me. I hadn't realised how much there's this whole sort of angels and devils kind of thing going on. It's quite a. Oh, this is not good. Angels and devils kind of thing. I hadn't realised how much that actually was in the sort of the series. We are doing terrible here. We are doing terrible. Let's see what. Let's fast forward it on. See what else we can find. See if there's anything else on this tape. Come on. That's another bit of it done. No, hey, at least we've got one thing. It's bad. It's not good tape. It's very quiet. I have got plenty of other tapes, just in case. You may notice that the other week that I got a lot more tapes. Yeah, but I've been watching Babylon 5, been kind of blasting my way through that. It's very weird because it looks like they intended to finish it after Season 3. Because they do the sort of the main storyline, and not to spoil it unless you haven't seen it in years, but let's just say that the big bad is kind of sorted by the end of Season 3. And then Season 4 is a bit of a strange I don't know what it's trying to do in Season 4, I'll be honest. I was hoping it would do... I don't know what it would... I don't remember... The thing is, I thought it would last longer than that. It really gets into the action within the first 2 seasons. It really does. The first season sort of sets the stage. Second season does a war. Third season does another war. Fourth season does what's after the war and what happens with that. But I mean, I don't know, remember all of it. I don't remember what the 5th season was. There was a 5th season. How did it get to 5? What was that about? Go on. Oh, you gotta be kidding! Right, try this again. Right, I might in a second get the head cleaner out and see if we can get it to work, because that was close, that one. Come on. Come on. Oh, this tape's going so badly. Come on. Might get that head cleaner out in a second. Might just have to get that down. It's a disaster of a tape. Nothing's loading on it. Nothing's loading on it. Right, okay. Head cleaner quickly, and that's let's give it a try. I'm going to give the other tape deck a head clean. Hang on, I'll grab it. 1 second. Got it. Got it. Just above me. There's a nice head cleaner. It's not a particularly abrasive one, this one. So we'll give the other tape deck a clean, and we'll see whether or not it makes any difference, and we'll give that one a try and see if we can actually do that. Yeah, just very odd. I'd forgotten some of the things about it. I mean, the thing about it is it's so 80s as well. It does that whole, when you do the cast and crew in the 80s, and they used to like run the artists, the sort of actor's name in, and the role they played, and there'd be like an action shot on one side and like a portrait shot as they roll ahead towards the camera and give you a steely glint from their eyes. That's what they used. That's what they used to do in the 80s. It's like every 80s movie. That even includes things like I don't know. I guess you could see that in. Oh, I don't know. Everyone was like that, wasn't it? I'm sure that was like in Airwolf. They did those, didn't they? They did headshots where they had a headshot of the actor. So they didn't have that in contract at the time. Do you think that was the contractual thing for actors and actresses, that they had to have their heads sort of swinging forward with a type thing? Look at me. This is my headshot for the PR photos or something like that. I mean, I don't know. Just feels. I'm going to turn this down volume just a little bit because it's quite loud. We'll see what happens. They're ridiculous. Come on. Give me a name. Not happening, is it? Not happening. We're not getting very far on this tape. This is a bad one. We're skipping half the episode. There are episodes of What's on the Tape that have been very similar to this, where we literally have spent the whole time fast forwarding through tapes. Okay, fingers crossed. This one loads. If this doesn't load, I have got tons of rubbishy tapes that we can actually go through. Not a problem at all. You might be able to listen to a bit of Robin Candy's playing tips. Oh, that's very strong. Oh, you've got to be kidding. That's beautiful. Look how strong those lines are. That's unbelievable. Let's try it in the other tape deck. Those lines were absolutely gorgeous. Nice, solid, straight lines. No issues with them. Like the azimuth was perfect. The legendary azimuth. I keep saying it's like Tolkien-esque, but I'm sure it was. If Tolkien had thought of an azimuth, it probably would have been in there. Probably been related to a Smeagol. How many azimuths do you get to a Smeagol? Oh. Come on. I just feel... honestly, this is ridiculous. One more try in this one, then we'll fast forwarding again. Oh, you gotta be. We're halfway through the tape, and we've not loaded anything but our friend Manic Miner. I have got all the tapes. I've got all the tapes. Got all the things to show you. I've got sweet pleasures to show you. Right, I think that was the end of it. Come on, just something load. Oh, jetpack. We had that last week. At least we know jetpack's on there. Right, okay, we had that last week though, didn't we? We had jetpack last week. It's so it's kind of, so far it's a bit of a repeat, I think, of last week. Some of the games that were on there last week. That just appeared temporarily, and that's all I've got out of it. Try it again, see if it loads. No, it's not even loading. I've got jetpack. We'll have to do it now it's there. That's ridiculous. Wow. Wow. Here we go. This must be jetpack now. See if it does it. Might be a repeat of what was at the end of the tape last week. Right, okay, so that's not loaded, but we know we can definitely load this one. This is definitely a one to be loaded. There is a variant of the covers of these, actually. I've got jetpack, but I haven't got the variant of the cover, because the variant of the cover doesn't include the fact that it works on 16 and 16. I was going to say 16 and 128K there. It's actually 16 and 48K, but it does obviously work at a 128K. But that variant basically doesn't say that. It's just kind of clear, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it is. I can't believe this has taken so long to get to somewhere. Jetpack. Jetpack Ultimate. Put that tape in the tape deck. Here we go. In we go. Put that in. Yeah, I mean, that variant, I guess, was published very infrequently. I'm not sure about variants. The only thing I'm kind of interested in is Way of the Exploding Fist. It's about the only one where I would say I've got variants. Basically because I've got the variations of types of sort of versions of it, you know. So I've got like the Commodore 64 version. I've got the BBC Micro version. I've got the Electron version. I've got the Commodore 16 version. I've got the Spectrum version. I've got the Amstrad version. So I've got quite a few versions that way, and I've got a few of what I'd call variants in the covers. But it's only because I kind of liked collecting those, and as I say, Way of the Exploding Fist being one of my favourite games, so I kind of wanted the sort of the raft of bits and pieces related. There are a few that are outstanding. I mean, I'm missing. I know I mentioned the Commodore 16 version, but I'm missing the original yellow cased Melbourne House one. Don't know where it is. Can't find it. Never seen one in the wild. So it's really expensive, probably. The BBC Micro disc version. I'm missing that. And I'm missing the Commodore 64 disc version, and it went to the United States as something else, and I can't remember what it was called off the top of my head now. I should know, but I don't. And there's a version there, basically, that's also a disc version that I haven't got. And I think that's all that I'm missing, realistically. I don't think it appeared on the Atari or anything like that. So actually, now I'm looking at these Atari is it 800 XLs and things like that? They look kind of clever. They like the fact that you can plug cartridges into them. That was kind of a neat move, wasn't it? But I guess that took it away from being a computer and more into a games machine, more into a sort of an arcade console type thing. So maybe that's why they didn't sell so well, maybe in the UK anyway, or I don't know how they did in Europe. This is always a funny one to sort of know how they did in Europe. It was weird. I was watching this thing this morning about operating systems and which ones had done well and whatever else it is. It seemed back in the 80s and towards the end of the early 80s, late 80s, early 90s, that the Commodore and the Atari ST were quite high on the old operating systems. systems when it came to what was actually out there, disk operating systems, that is. Only sort of second to sort of things like Apple Mac and things like that, because that was a thing back then. So it's quite interesting to see them kind of make their way into it. And the Commodore 64 was seen as quite clever at the time. It had a lot of support, so lots and lots of operating systems for it. Anyway, right. So this is the story of all about how. Yeah, I was about to do a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but I can't remember the rest of the words. Something about his mum got sad and then he had to fly somewhere else. Anyway, so apart from dying like an idiot very quickly there, this is a little jetpack man. He went joyriding in his spaceship. He crash lands it on a planet. I believe that is the general story. It's a bit like Freddie Hardest. Freddie Hardest did exactly the same thing. He goes on a drunken rampage and kills aliens. Not the nicest man in the world, but it's a true story. True story. Drunken rampage. Freddie Hardest. In fact, it even has an intro sequence where Freddie's Hardest ship can be seen spiraling around a planet before crashing into its surface. Not killing Freddie, unfortunately, leaving him to spend the next sort of 30 minutes of gameplay smashing aliens' heads in, because that's what Freddie Hardest does. So Jetpack is a very similar sort of story. I guess anti-hero. The jetpack man has basically crash landed, and he's sort of avoiding the aliens as he lands on the planet. Well, actually, not avoiding them, blowing their heads off with a laser cannon, while flying from one place to the other. It's a good game. It's a good shoot 'em up. The other one I can think of that is it Moon Buggy is the other one, which is quite good. That's by Vision. They released that. Beautiful cover too, some very lovely art if you like a bit of art. And that Moon Buggy one is also a very good shoot 'em up. Arcadia, which now of course is on Steam, is also not a bad shoot 'em up. Moon Crester. Single screen shoot 'em up, very good. I very much like Moon Crester. Moon Crester's a bit of a beast of a shoot 'em up. If you're gonna play a nice one, that is a good one. What else am I thinking of for single screen shoot 'em ups? There's quite a few actually that are out there that aren't particularly bad when it comes to single screen shooty goodness. And this is one of the better ones. This is one of the granddaddies of shooty goodness. Right. There we go. Love it. One more, and it's filled up with its fuel, its rocket fuel. I can't remember how many levels it is you have to do before you turn to the next. That was terrible. The next spaceship, sort of. There's another spaceship basically that's out there. I can't actually believe this was re-released by Rare on the I was going to say Commodore 64. I think it was on that actually as well, and the BBC. But it was re-released on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. So I tell you what, one thing I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm playing very poorly. One thing I've got to say about Sony and its naming of things, at least it's adding the numbers up correctly. You know, Microsoft have got Xbox Series X, Series XX, whatever it is. You know, it's ridiculous. Why didn't you just number them? I mean, the 360 they didn't number. They didn't. The first original Xbox is now everybody calls the OG, the original gangster Xbox. Yes, somebody taught me about what OG stands for in the comments, because I'm not that hip with the kids. I'm sure that hip with the kids is a thing now. But anyway, I'm not doing very well today. Yeah, the original gangster sort of Xbox, and then the 360, I can kind of get the naming. They've done a 360 on design. I guess the 3 processors as well, of course, in it, of PowerPC processors. It was actually more processors, but they locked one off because, of course, they would, rather than giving you that extra power. It's interesting sort of stuff. So interesting stuff. But it's amazing to think that Rare, well, they're still here, aren't they? They're still making games. They still work for Microsoft. Oh dear. Not best play by me there. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. We've seen it many times before, so I'm not going to worry about whether we've seen it before or not. I'm feeling a bit tired today, actually. I don't know about you. I'm feeling a bit tired. Sometimes I feel tired. Been a long weekend. I think probably the stress I had to deal with my broken watch as well. So I had broken car and broken watch all in the same week. So I broke my watch. Well, no, I didn't have a. Well, I had a watch that wasn't working. Instead of going, when there's always that store that you have locally that does like battery replacements for mobile phones or screen replacements and things like that. Well, I thought I was better than that, so I went and bought the kit that does that makes my phone work. Sorry, no, my smartwatch work. Took my smartwatch apart, which was actually easier than I thought it was going to be, and then managed to snap some of the key components on the inside, and I'm just giving up now. I've just bought a new bloody watch. Should have just taken it to somebody in the first place who could have helped me, though. Idiot. That's what I am, an idiot. Oh, still not coming up on the screen. That's not very good. Halfway through the tape, we've had 2 games. Disaster. There's a sound there. And it's terrible. So low. Listen. Here it comes. My tape deck can't even hear it. Let's see if we can turn it up with the other tape deck. See if we can get that volume boosted up and see what else we've got on there. Right, come on out. Out my phone. Out my phone. There it is. Right. There we go. Turn the volume up. Right the way up. There we go. Come on. No. Too loud, maybe. Come on. This will not be the first time you sat through a nothing but endless, absolute nothing working. Seriously, stop going for it. Right, fast forward. Tape deck is so old, when you push the play button, it thinks you've pressed the pause and eject. Throws it out. Okay, here we go. I think this is just part of the end of this game anyway, whatever it is. No. Not having it. It's ridiculous. You can hear the clicking and clunking of me swapping the tape. Disastrous. 44, 42, 40, whatever, millions of minutes, 40 plus minutes of hell. Nothing loading. It's alright, you're getting something, whether you like it or not, surely. It's still... I'm looking to see how much tape's left now. There's not much. Can't believe it. Turned into Victor Meldew there. Can't believe it. I still like the... Do you remember One Foot in the Grave? With Victor Meldew, that was his name. Retired, he was ex-security guard, wasn't he? And everything that can go wrong would go wrong to him. But do you remember the... and his neighbour was Angus Deaton, which is bizarre. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. More volume. No. Less tone. Less volume. Yeah, it was Angus Deaton, and there was a particular episode, wasn't there, where he took his car out and he'd taken it to the garage backwards and forwards, and then they recorded a song for him, didn't they? About his how horrible he was, and how the mechanics did and put it in his tape deck. I thought it was quite fun, that one. Oh, there's something good there. I can hear it by sounds. Oh, sexy tape sounds. We're not going to get to it, though. We don't know what it is. We can't load it. I can't believe it. Because that started with the introduction with the extinct, soon-to-be extinct tortoise. You remember that thing? on its funny head, sort of higher shell, so it could lift its leg, so it could lift its legs higher. Yes, because they were very acrobatic, these particular tortoises, known particularly for the climbing of trees. And as they're giant tortoises, the fall was often the thing that killed them. They were very, 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 they were like stunt tortoises. You've seen stunt tortoises. These things are these are machines. These things could do somersaults and tipple overs, never ending on the shell where they end up with the legs in the air. Not like normal tortoises. These were the premium stunt tortoise. They built airplanes and boats and cars and things like that. And they used to jump off hang gliders and land gracefully on their feet. Of course, but unfortunately, they all died out after they couldn't lift their legs that high. Oh, hang on! Come on, please! You! Come on! Load something! Poke Spectrum with a big stick. Go on, Spectrum! It's not Spectrum fault, it's bloody tape. Bloody tape. Right, okay, what else have we got? I'm telling you now, we're not getting anything else out of this. No, it's not gonna happen. Right. Something happening on the tape, but there's not anything we want. No, come on. Come on! This blooming loads, I'll be surprised. Be very surprised. Well, you're not getting away that lightly. There's going to be some things loaded, whether you like it or not. There's some things loaded. I'm gonna maybe load some of the classics that are out there that are right beside me. I'm gonna pick up one of those and load one of them in a second. Let's see what I can find that I can dig. That's very empty. That sounds very empty. If it loads anything, I'll be surprised. Right, I'm going to dig behind me and we'll get some tapes. Alright? At least 2 more games and some of that Robert Candy's playing tips. I'm going to say. Just going behind you. Just going behind you. Oh yeah, we're definitely doing that one. Definitely doing that one. We're going to definitely try and do that one. I've got three. Okay, I've got three. I've got 3 tapes just for you, because you're my favourites. Just don't tell everybody else, alright? Don't tell anybody else that you're my faves. I think the tape is actually empty, though. Oh, hang on. Oh, do we get one? One bonus one. Oh, it's still not blooming loading. Oh, you absolute monster of a tape. Come on! No, it's not working. Okay, come on. Come on. Oh, we'll just fast forward and it's just not happening. Every time I get to something, it's just like you run through the first side of the tape and it's like the second side is no longer in sync anymore. It's just so weird. To be fair, if that had loaded, there's blooming no tape on it, left on it. No, that's it. It's all over. It's all over by the screaming. Let's just chuck that at the floor. Right, so I have got here, I bought it the other day. It looked blooming brilliant. The cover, first off, the title is brilliant, right? It's almost apt that the thing I was just talking about is the thing that I'm about to bring up. It's not quite tortoises. It's called Two Gun Turtle. Two Gun Turtle. I have no idea what it's about. The case looked amazing. So on the front of the case, you've got It looks like a Christmas scene because there is Christmassy sort of. He's wearing a scarf and of course a hat, but it's more like it's like a sort of flat round hat. He's a very large turtle, and it's Christmassy, and he's shooting down sort of bugs with wings, sort of slugs with wings. And he's got two guns, one in each hand, and he's just blasting them willy-nilly all over the place. He's called Two Gun Turtle. There he is with his hat on. He's going to appear now, right? And this is a Lothian game with a turtle in it. I mean, you can't. I mean, seriously, this would not have come up with anything else. I don't think anybody bought this by me. 100% machine code, super smooth graphics. In the middle of the winter, a turtle is defending the strawberry patch against a variety of marauding bugs. Some of the strawberries must go for you, and you don't get them anything unless you accidentally attack them. Right, okay, so kill the bugs with your pistols. Watch out for bonuses during falls. So yeah, we're a psychotic. What's the keys? What's the keys? Instructions on screen for the control keys. Instructions will be displayed on screen. This program uses Kempston or Cursor joystick, right? Okay, so basically we're some kind of vigilante turtle. They're known of. They're, can you imagine a vigilante turtle? I mean, can you imagine if they're unlike this one, who's an adult turtle? Can you imagine if they were teenage, and they were maybe mutants as well? So maybe teenage and mutant turtles. But this is like their bad brother, you know. So they're not allowed to play with this guy. He's a nasty piece of work. He's evil. He's an evil one. Can I redefine the keys? Yes, I can. Look at that. Q, A, O, P, space. Yes, I am ready for this. So I'm like evil, turtle. Oh, here I am. Oh God! Get off my fruit! Look at those things! Oh God! They're not bugs. They're guinea pigs. They're insane guinea pigs, like poodles. Get off my fruit! Apparently, there's bonus points for. I can't. Hang on. What the hell are they? Those aren't veg. Those aren't fruits. Yeah. See, this is why he wasn't allowed back in the Turtles after he started shooting at the. I'm gonna get that for my bonus points. Yeah, you're not gonna. Oh, look at the date. I've got the date at the bottom. There's some timer as the date. I've obviously got to get through the winter months. I didn't make it through the winter months. I died. Hang on, let's do another go. I quite like it actually. It's a bit. I would have thought it was going to be Space Invaders, but it turned out not to be Space Invaders, so it's a bit crap that way. But otherwise, it's all right. They're definitely guinea pigs, though. You know, I tell you what, I'm obviously. They're not just two guns. These are two. This is. I mean, he's obviously he's Italian turtle, but obviously it's not two guns. This man. He's 44 Magnum. Turtle. That's what he is. Oh, that guy was tracking me down to kill me. Doodle-doo-doodle-doo. So I've got to save them through the winter. Look at the time at the bottom. Look, get away. Yeah, you can get off me. Oh, he'll track you down. I've got to make it through the winter, though. Oh, God. They're all over me. I've not got much fruit left. I got not much fruit left. Oh, Two Gun Turtle, yeah. Okay, extra points for Two Gun Turtle. I like that one. That was good one. That one was. Was there a bonus on this? Hang on. There's something written on the front of it. What's it say? Action Master, one of a series of great Spectrum games. Any computer, any Spectrum. Oh, so it's even 16K. 16K. I managed to get to 24th December. Look, it was almost Christmas Day, and the Two Gun Turtle nearly managed to make it. The Teenage Mutant Two Gun Turtle. Teenage Mutant Two Gun Turtle. Actually works. Madness, absolute madness. That's you know what though. That was I'm pleased we put that one on. That was quite good. That one actually was. It's fast forwarding. It seems to be like loads of loading on here, or loads of tape for some reason. I'm gonna have another go while we're doing that. They're guinea pigs though. They're 100% guinea pigs. Look at that. Get off my fruit. Get off me fruit. You crazy guinea pig critters. Yeah, they're stealing my fruit. Let's see if I can survive long enough to. Are they just stay on the same level or something similar until I die? When I die, I get it's months that change the creatures that are coming at me. Oh my god, there's one left. That's it. One strawberry left. And that literally that's it. One strawberry. I've got one strawberry left for the whole of the winter. I'm not going to survive the winter, am I, with a single strawberry? Oh, it's December. We're into December. Death December. We're into December. That's it. It's all over. All my fruit's been taken. I've died. My fruity has been eaten. No more fruit for us. That was good fun, actually. I like that. Two-gun turtle. Didn't expect that one to have to be popped up on the whole thing, considering what it was. Right, I've got another one now. So I've gone Codemasters with this. There's another one I picked up recently. I've gone Codemasters with this. Is it going to be 128k? It could be. It could be. Let's push the rewind on this and let's get this in here. So this, I don't think I've played this one before. I saw it. I've seen it a couple of times. I don't think the picture's a Spectrum though on the back, which is a bit naughty because it probably isn't Spectrum. I think those are the Amstrad CPC pictures because they look a bit like the Amstrad. So this is the Powerboat Simulator, because if it's Codemasters it has to have the word simulator in the title, otherwise you know it's not a good game, because it can't be good if it's that. 128k users, press enter, so we get bonus levels. I'm excited, we get bonus stages. So this is Powerboat Simulator. We've also obviously got the MiG-29 Soviet Fighter Simulator, the Moto X Simulator, and have we got buttons for the controls? Ooh, let's have a look. I can change the controls with the button 3. I'm quite excited about this because this is not one I've played, or if it has, it's been a long time since I played it. So yeah, Motorboat Simulator, but this is a budget title, so this should be the pocket money type title back in the day. Give yourself, give a bit of cash out your, sort of out of your own pocket, a little cheap one, realistically. Two-gun turtle, by the way. I doubt anybody would have bought that one in any mass rush because the cover is not brilliant. So I mean, it's a bit like the loading screen. Plus, he's not a Teenage Mutant Ninja two-gun turtle, is he? If he'd been Teenage Mutant Ninja two-gun turtle, we might have sold more. Imagine if that was the case. I don't know if turtles were out by then. I think were they? I can't remember. Remember the book, wasn't it? There was the actual RPG book thing that was sold with that. You used to play that. You used to use the mutagen to create your own creatures from animals. There was like a catalogue of them. It was quite cool. Oh, that's going well. That's going to load perfectly. I can tell. It's just going to be a loader straight away. We like a bit of excellent loading. Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to load properly. Well, we'll see. I just push it every time, don't I? Push the lever, push the whole thing. Push whether or not it actually works or not. Powerboat Simulator. I kind of like the fact that they don't load as well, though. I mean, I wish they all would, of course, but it's nice to the tape itself. It's a lovely thing. It's a lovely thing. I think if I didn't have one, I'd get one just to have one. If you just went the sort of PlayZX route and just used what was distributed freely as it is nowadays. I guess I would. I guess I'd have a few tapes around. Mind you, what's on the tape would be an awful lot more boring with, something like PlayZX running it all the time. You wouldn't be able to load anything. These are all under license, of course, these particular games, these Codemasters ones. So you have to own the original cassette to own the game because for some reason, I guess EA thinks they're going to do something with it in the future. It was Codemasters originally. They were always a bit, about copyright of their own products. But, Yeah, EA now own it, much to many people's dismay. Well, I don't know. To be fair, I've not heard much about EA recently. They've been behaving themselves. I think they've genuinely been listening to their community for a change and becoming better individuals. Either that or just keeping their heads down so they don't getting caught in any crossfire that's currently ongoing. Not heard a lot about a lot of them, actually, to be honest with you. Not heard any really bad rumours recently, apart from the usuals. They discussed Microsoft still trying to buy Activision so they can get Call of Duty exclusively on their devices, which seems very anti-competitive, to be honest with you. This is where we're back to corporations, isn't it? So you know, if there are too many corporations running and looking after everything, you've got a bit of a problem, realistically. Very anti-competitive. The old Microsoft wars, as they said in Jason X, the movie. The pilot casually points out that he was in the Microsoft wars, which I assume were a bad thing. Yeah, you can only assume that. Anything with the word war in it has to be a bad thing. Right, I don't think this is going to load. If it loads, I'll be utterly amazed. I don't know why I'm letting it run its course, but you never know with these things. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. The third game that I've got on this little list and then we've got Robin Candy's playing tips. Third game I've got on this. I bought a bundle not too long ago, and I was like, "Yay! I got the game I wanted!" And I bought the bundle almost exclusively for this particular game, and it wasn't the Spectrum version. It was the Commodore 64 version. Spectrum, everything else was Spectrum. Just this one game that I really wanted wasn't it. So I've got. I don't know if it was an arcade game actually, because sometimes they were, weren't they? I've got Bounty Bob Strikes Back. I've never played it. I always wanted to. It looks cool from the cover. You know, sort of the whole sort of mines and him running around sort of and his donkey at the top of the level and things like that. It looks kind of cool. I always fancied it. Not one that I could afford. If it would have clamshell, I tended to not afford it as a kid. The Adventures of Miners 2049er. That's what it was. Oh, I'm surprised that blooming loaded. There's a funny cursor in the top corner of the screen, but it seems to have loaded. Okay, change controls. 3. Oh, there's music as well. Well, that's fine. Right, okay. Choose boat left or right. I'm going to go with the big red one. Oh, wow. It's actually loaded. It worked. Oh, that's kind of cool. So I'm the red boat there. And I can drop mines in the water, it seems. That must be fuel. That's fuel, yeah. And there's flags to collect. Have you dropped something on me? M must be mines. Yeah, M for mines. That was a boat I smashed into. It's alright, actually. I needed a jump. I went to hit the jump. I did hit the jump. I didn't realise I'd hit the jump. There we go. And did I win? I guess it's 2 players, so you got split screen. Ah, right, okay. That would be really awkward. Splitting the screen that way. Bonus run. I hit them, and sorry, no bonus, because I smashed into those. That's not a very good start. Alright. Level 2. Yes! Yeah, I'd be quite pleased with this if I got this back in the day. I think I would quite like it. Yeah, I think I would. I think I'd quite like it back if I got this back in the day. Oh, crashed. Oh no, run out of land. Oh, so you have to memorise the routes as well. Actually, it's alright. That's not bad at all. I'm going to have one more go. One player game. I'm going to choose the other boat. I'm going to be that big 2 sort of, the one with the 2 pointy bits on it. I don't know what that means, but not a boat person. But there we go. Oh! Get a little bit of movement this time round. Fuel. Bonus. Yeah. Mega There we go. Oh, shouldn't hit those. Doing the jump now. Over the jump. There we go. Made it. I don't think there's any real difficulty here. I think the fuel is your kind of guide to whether or not you're going to make the level. Here goes the bonus level now. See if I can go through this and not collide with anything. Yeah. Let's see if... Ah! Sorry, no bonus. Oh. Rubbish. Rubbish and no bonuses. That's alright, though. Quite like that one. Yeah, that's alright, actually. And bounce him off the side of the road. Got a stick. Got to go down that gap. That's it. That's the one to jump. Otherwise, you don't make it. They do drop mines as well. Oh damn! Thrown into the side of that. That was alright actually. Quite like that one. I'm amazed it loaded though, considering what happened there. You never know with these things. There is something wrong with it though, because there's some corruption on the top of the screen. So it isn't perfect, but it has loaded. Right. Okay. Let's get on to Bounty Bob Strikes Back. As I say, Miner 2049er. I don't know the game. Oh, I'm just trying to load Two Gun Total again. I don't know the game. People, I think it was on the Atari 2600. I think that's what it was. It was on the Atari 2600. But we'll give it a sort of whirl. We'll give it a try. See what happens. It's a game I wanted to try for years, and I've not had a chance to. So yes, bad start. Tape didn't load. We got a couple of games, but you've had two more since then, and we're gonna have a fifth one, and we've still got Robin to listen to. I'm not sure whether it's a game or whether it's something else. So we'll put it in a tape deck and we'll see what happens when it plays on the Spectrum and see whether or not it actually loads with some sound. So we'll see from there whether or not it's actually something interesting. So right, okay, Miner 49er. I love that. Miner 49er. It's a good name actually. Very sort of rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Miner 49er. Right, okay. Let's see what controls that. Oh. A little paper inlay, nothing like a paper inlay. Demo. Be careful not to burn into your television. Grain elevator, super bar, suction tubes. I'm going to guess my way through this. What's the movement? Is it controlling? Exclusive enrollment offer. Get a US Gold sweatshirt badge poster for $9.99. Wow, that was a lot of money back to be honest, back in the day. I'd have to sell like a kidney to do that. Sweatshirts. Oh, look at this. The sizes here. Sweatshirt sizes, right? Small, medium, and large. Small. 28 by 26 inches. On medium is 30 by 32. I think we're a bit bigger than that nowadays, unfortunately. Well, I certainly am. Sounded really rude, that did, for a second there. I'm a lot bigger now. Yeah, very rude indeed. Very rude. Look. So is he trying to escape or something like that? So unlike Manic Miner, who was like down there robbing the place, it's Bounty Bob's trying to find his way out of the place, I'm guessing. I don't know, he looks like he's trying to get out, doesn't he? He looks like he's been down there a while. He's gone a little mental, a little loopy. Hasn't just stolen all the gold. His trousers are ripped. He's got a furry face. He's got a lovely big furry face. He's got a missing eyeball. Or is this the way the face looks? And I now think he's a cyclops. He's only got a single eye. I've lost what he looks like now. Honestly, his face looks like it's a series of teeth and weird face parts and a hat. I can't even see it anymore. Oh no! You know when you get all those pictures where people swear you see one thing and then you see something else? That's what's happened to Bounty Bob's face right now. He's kind of changed, he's mutated into something I don't understand what it is. No idea what he is. Oh, I've got one more. I've got freezing cold sub of coffee. I'm going to go for it.
That was freezing. That probably was. A bit tired today, actually. As I said, I think I said at the beginning now. A bit tired today. I've been, I wasn't staying up late. I didn't stay up particularly late last night. I just gave myself indigestion. I ate too much. I ain't doing that. I ate too much. I need some vegetables, I'm afraid. I need to kind of add some vegetables to my diet. I ate a little too much yesterday and then suffered for it. I you know, a bit like a gremlin. I've said this before. I can't eat after 8 o'clock. If I eat after 8 o'clock, that's it. You know, indigestion is on the way, and I ate after 8 o'clock. I broke the golden rule because I was feeling a bit hungry. Don't normally overeat. I don't snack a lot. Well, I do snack, but I don't snack. I snack because I know I can have the calories, but otherwise I don't snack. Here we go. Oh, right, okay. There's some letters being flown around by bird creatures. Yeah. Oh, it was programmed by somebody. Programmed by this person who made bird creatures fly all over the place. This looks really good. What do I have to press? There's the keys to press. There's some keys to press. It did say this at the beginning. Hang on. Let's find the buttons to press. Option screen. Press 2. Ah, right, okay. Special code ABC. Pause disabled, music on. Wow, that's very arcadey, isn't it? Main screen 4. I don't know what the keys are, though. Try and work them out. Don't know. We'll work them out. Enter. Start. Okay. Bob's morning, whatever it is. All right. Okay. Oh, I could run into them once I've got them. So, once I've got the gun thing, I just jump there. Okay, so beam up here. Died. Right. So do I have to get the gun? What's it called? Bob something or other. So get the gun. Beam up here. Be able to shoot him. I killed him by falling on him. I fell on him to his death. That was brilliant. Right, okay, so killed that one up there. And I go up here. Oh, bombs. Oh, it's too far. I'm not sure what Bounty Bob has to do, but he seems to be colouring the floor there. Alright. Oh, one of them. D. E. And one of those. Now I've never played this one, but I quite like it. I quite like it. And then end. Right, okay, I'll start the game again. Good morning, Bob's Calisthenics. Is that what it is? Calisthenics? Right. Yeah, look, the floor seems to be changing colour when I'm jumping on stuff. I could have walked into them. I didn't realise it had gone green. They'd gone to shooty mode. Huh. Right. Let's shoot him. Him. Beam up there. Jump up there. I've got them too. That's him gone as well. This is weird. What's this about? What's this game about? Anybody played it before? Anybody know what it is? Anybody played it before? I've not played Bounty Bob before. I'm not sure what I'm meant to be doing, but it looks kind of good. I quite like it. I quite like it a lot, in fact. But I'm not sure what I'm meant to be doing. Yeah, it's pretty good, that. Yeah, I quite like that one. Bit of a strange game. But it's alright. Oh, spelled my name wrong. I'm not going to delete it. Unless delete does something special. Oh no, it does pick it all up. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm going to end it anyway. Yeah, I quite like that one. That's kind of an odd one. Right, let's have a little look at this one from Robin Candy's Playing Tips. Let's have a look at it. Let's look at Robin's tip. Yeah, let's have a good look at it. Go on, Robin. I'm going to press... Should I do load? See what happens? Let's do load. I don't know whether it'll load. I think it's just going to be his voice. I think it's just going to be a voice. I think it's going to be a human voice. The man's voice from the past. So far, what I would call nothing. Oh, it is load. Oh, it's a loader. Oh, right, okay. There's a loader on here. If this turns out to be something bigger, then we maybe need to look at it later. Sweevo's ROM. Okay. The cassette. Alright. What's going on now? Error and data statement, whatever else it is. Oh, this is weird. That's what? Oh, that's weird. Ah, kind of an odd tape, this one. This may need its own... That's a save for the game. Maybe these playing tips are actually built with the game in mind. It's a bit of an odd one, though. This isn't going to load, though, I wouldn't think. Well, I don't think it will. Anyway. It shouldn't take me too long to poke this program into memory. You should see the length of the code editor. Reading lines. Oh, it's basically a set of codes for that game. Wow. See the length of the editor code. So is it some kind of editor for it? Sweevo's World Screen Editor Suite. Ah, so it's for editing it. A very strange tape, though. There's a huge amount of data on here, by the way. This is a massive long tape. If you know something more about it, put it in the comments below. We'll have a little, we'll have a dig, but it's not one for right now. And it's definitely not one for right now. Yeah, because that is certainly a strange piece of... Look at the old code. Poking the lines and all this kind of stuff. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely not one for right now, but it's quite an interesting one to look at maybe in future. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Generic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.